Hope everyone's having a beautiful Thursday, and today for recipe day, we got ourselves a delightful recipe. We got baked chicken, and obviously with a baked rice as well, savory rice. So pretty much a very simple, very straightforward dish, and this recipe will be on my website for you YouTubers. The recipe will be below in the description box, so you can go check that out if you want to. Yeah, we're going to be doing it with chicken thighs. We're also going to be making our own chicken stock, even though I haven't got chicken bones today, so just imagine it is chicken stock. But we'll be making some veggie stock as alternative. Also, we're going to be putting some peppers, some onions, some garlic into the rice with a bit of turmeric, really brighten it up. And also, last 5 minutes, we're going to add some peas to it. And then obviously, we're going to make a nice little spice blend as well. Sear off those chicken thighs, put them on top of the rice, and then brush the blend on, and then we can roast it off in the oven. I was going to make a chicken stock, but unfortunately, I forgot my chicken bones, so we're going to be making a veggie stock instead. So, but if you imagine you had the chicken stock, we pretty much would need the whole carcass, which would be roughly about a pound of chicken bones, which is 453 grams. We'd need a white onion, peeled, diced, 2 garlic cloves, crushed, 1 celery stick, and also maybe 1 carrot as well. Oh, sorry, 2 carrots, 1 celery stick, maybe 2 garlic cloves in there as well, we'll see, and a bay leaf. Chop this up, rough and chop. All right. Okay, carrots are done. Carrots, oh my god. Onions are done. We're gonna get 2 carrots out now. Top and tail peel. Right, top and tail. And wash these bad boys, and then we're gonna do the, well, I said I was gonna do the carrots first, but that's okay. Beautiful. And if you want to use brown rice, you can for that, but bearing in mind, if you swap out for brown rice, we're not using brown rice today, but if you do, it's gonna take longer. And second of all, you need to put the chicken in later because the rice is going to take longer. If you put the chicken in and you cook the rice, cook it for too long, you'll end up with dry chicken and it just will be very disgusting. So bearing in mind, if you are going to do the brown rice, put the brown rice in first for a good 20, 30 minutes and then maybe 20 minutes and then put the chicken in and then cook it for another 20, 30 minutes. So yeah, brown rice will take a lot longer and it's going to need a lot more liquid than the white rice. So I put this onto a medium-high-ish heat. Actually, we can put it on a high heat because we're not waiting for the chicken carcass. But if you imagine we have the chicken carcass in the oven, 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, roasting it off for about 40 minutes until it's golden, taking it out, getting a bit of kitchen roll to remove that grease. Don't rub it, just dab it, and then take that out, and then put the pan on the stove, deglaze it with some water, and then pour it into the pan, and then you'll be good to go. Whew, mouthful. Waiting for that to heat up, we're gonna add the veggies. If you got some herbs as well, it'd be great, but because this is a veggie stock, I just want to add a little bit more, but I'm going to add probably like 2 cloves of garlic as well. Once those are browned off, we're going to need 1,500 ml of water, which is 50 fluid ounces. How much is that in cups? I would say that's about 6 cups. Yes, it is 6 cups, or just over 6 cups. All right, so that's caramelizing down really nicely. Just want to get a little bit more color on there. Caramelizing, so I'm gonna add the water now. Oh, that sizzle! Beautiful. Right, got quite a nice little kind of dark stock there from the caramelization from the onions, carrots, and celery. 1,500 ml. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. Once it's simmering, we're gonna turn it right down. Do not let your stocks boil. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't recommend it. Why? There's 2 reasons. One's for mainly fine dining or restaurant purposes, which kind of clouds your stock up, but we're not really making a consommé, so it's not too bad. Second of all, is flavor-wise. You boil the living daylights out of it, you're not gonna have as great flavor. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be, yeah, it's tasty, but it could be better. Could be far better. You do it slow and low and nice and gently, you're gonna have far better flavor from it than boiling its cockles off. I think I've got 2 chicken halves, so I need to prep that up. So we've got the drummer and the thigh, and also we've got the bone here, so we need to take this out as well. So maybe I could have used these bones. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take these bones out and I'll quickly roast them. And we can just chuck them into the stock. So we have got chicken stock. There we go. So I just need to get in there. So that's the oyster there. Or the back of the chicken. So make sure you keep that oyster. You don't want to lose that. Can you see that there? That bit there? That's the oyster. The most tenderest part of the chicken. You want to make sure you keep that. Right. So I'm going to follow this round, and there should be like a little, yeah, there it is. So you just follow in that round. There we go. Roast that off, that'll be great. And there's your thigh, right? And I'm going to cut this in half down the the drummer and the thigh itself there. I jump back over and we're going to start prepping up those veggies for the rice. We want 1 whole white onion. Right, garlic as well. So, top and tail. So dicing down the onion for the rice. So a really nice fine dice. So we're going to cut this down horizontally, and then we're going to cut it vertically, and then cut across into a nice little dice. So watch your fingers. More layers you get in this, the better dice you're going to get out of this at the end. So, and then cut straight across. There you go. Make it look so easy. And then same with the end piece. Do exactly the same what you did before. Cut down, cut across, and then carefully, without falling apart, cut across again. And there you go. It's half the onion. We'll do the other half now. That's good to go. We're going to get a pan on. I'm going to start sauteing these off. Right, let that heat up. I'm going to add the onions. I'm going to get the red pepper out next. We're going to dice that up. Let's get the onions and garlic in here now. Yay! It's nice and hot. Perfect. I don't have to do a fake sizzle. How do you mean a fake sizzle? Oh, in my mouth. So I'm going to saute these off for a couple of minutes. Right, let's give this a little stir. Right, so we're going to cut the cheeks off the pepper and then just take the tops off. You can cut this in half and then you can dice it up. It's entirely up to you how you want to do this. We're going to cut this down into little matchsticks. And then we're going to turn it and then cut it straight across into a nice little dice. Peppers in. Saute them off. Get a little bit of softness in them. So I think we add the spices and the rice. I'm going to turn this down because it's a little bit on the high heat. Right, so add some paprika. 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of paprika. Don't go too wild with it. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric. And then we're going to add 250 grams of rice, I believe. Rice is going in. So, get the rice in. I'm going to top this up with stock, and then we're going to sear the chicken off. And pretty much just put it over the top, and then we're going to seal it up. I'm going to put this in for about 30 to 35 minutes on 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. Which technically I should leave the oven on, so I'll put that back on. For the last kind of 5 minutes, we're going to add some garden peas to it, mix it up, and then carry on cooking. I'll do the lemon juice first, and then do the chicken. So a squeeze of lemon juice over this as well. Let's get a large pan on. Let's get that heated up. I'll get my chicken thighs and drummers out, shall we? A little bit of salt and pepperonis. Right, so chicken going in. Chicken wicking. Delicious chicken. Also, I'm going to put 2 pinches of salt as well into the rice. Really want to get that nice caramelization on that chicken skin. So we've got a nice little crispy skin. Let's drain this off. Let me switch the cameras and we'll drain off the chicken stock. Alrighty. So we got our rice there. All the lovely flavors in there. I'm going to add that chicken stock to it now. Alright, so that's going in there. So we actually need to make the spice mix so we can brush over the chicken. So I'm just going to get a little pot for the spice mix next. 1 teaspoon of cumin. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, if I can open it. There we go. 2 teaspoons of paprika. I don't go too crazy on the oil. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. I know I said 2, but I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon to begin with. Get yourself a brush. And then just brush that bad boy. And also, all those flavors will go into the rice as well, which is great. So you're going to have some beautiful rice. So I'm going to wrap this nice and tight. Alrighty, so let's get that in. I'd say the rice is just about there. I'm going to add the peas very quickly. The chicken is near enough done. So yeah, just going to quickly add some peas to this. 2 minutes and it's going to be ready. Oh God, look at that. I'm going to leave the foil off and then just let that crisp up a little bit more. Just for a couple of minutes longer. We don't want too much in there. Whew, a couple more minutes and we can serve this little bad boy up. Let's plate this up. That rice is just perfect. Just falling apart. No fancy stuff today. I mean, if you want to... You could go take this a bit further if you want. If you wanted like a bit of mint yogurt to go with it. Or, you know, I'm not going to go that crazy. It is simple, but yet easy and delicious. So there is our baked chicken and savory baked rice as well. So we made the chicken stock from scratch, so roasting off the bones. Pretty much preheating the oven to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, and the bones are in there, roasting off for 40 minutes. We had 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic crushed down, also 1 celery stick, 2 carrots, peeled, chopped, obviously washed with the celery and chopped up as well, and 1 bay leaf. So we sauteed those veggies off. Once the chicken was done, we popped it into the pan, topped up with 1,500 ml of water. But once the chicken was done, we dabbed with kitchen roll to take out the excess grease, deglazed the pan with a little touch of water, and popped that into the stock as well. And then we brought it up to a simmer and then gently cooked it down for 2 hours, which technically we didn't quite do for 2 hours, but give plenty of time if you've got the time to do it, to add some flavor. And if you want to buy your own chicken stock to save yourself a lot of time, like some bouillons, that is absolutely fine. But I do recommend making your own chicken stock if you've got the time. The next thing we did was for the rice. So pretty much 1 onion, 2 garlic cloves, diced up the peeled and diced up the onion, peeled and grated the garlic, and 1 bell pepper, deseeded, and then diced down. Sauteed that all off. Then we added the spices: 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and then we added 250 grams of rice, which is 1 cup of rice. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, and then took that off the stove. Once we cooked the rice for a couple of minutes in the pan, take it off, put it into a pan. We added the chicken stock. We only added 500 ml of chicken stock, which was 17.6 fluid ounces, sorry. And then we seared off the chicken in a hot pan, bit of salt, pepper on each side. Skin side down first, about 5 minutes until it's nice, golden, crispy. Flip it over, another couple of 3-4 minutes on there. Take it out on top of the rice. Foiled it over, and then for about 30 minutes cooking it down, taking the foil off, adding some garden peas for the last minute, just a handful, and then putting it back in the oven without the foil on, and then taking it out, let it rest for a little bit, and then just serve it up, and it's good to go. So that's pretty much it. Really simple, straightforward dish to do today. So yeah, all full of flavors, spices, very tasty. Oh my god. Also, one thing I did forget to mention. A squeeze of lemon juice into the rice. Oh my god. Do you know what? My mum is very proud of her savory rice. She would be very proud of me right now, because this savory rice is phenomenal. It is absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness me. So you got all the chicken in there, the flavor, a little touch of citrus. It's very, very minor. It cuts through the fat. And then the rice and the spices and the flavors and the veggies. Oh my goodness me. It is absolutely Moorish and delicious. Let's try that chicken. Oh boy. That little juicy chicken right there. Bit of rice on there as well. Anyway, chat, stay safe. Awesome. I'll see you soon. All the love, chat. Bye for now, my friends.